Let's talk about it. Let's talk right there. Let's talk. Let's call everybody. Let's talk about it. We're going to talk today. And I don't want to hear it. We're going to talk today. Let's talk about it.
Guys, welcome to Zulunation. Like and subscribe.
Do this. Let's talk about why I do this. You feel me? Like, why do I do what I do with these dogs? You know why? Everybody gives these dogs a bad rep. And I feel like as owners of this dog that share a similar bloodline, and it doesn't matter if it's a bully, regular one, you know, standard, old school, the 35, 45 pounds, micro, whatever it is, we all know people try to mislabel these dogs and give them a bad name. And yet, we fight among ourselves. You know what I mean? It's a lot of competition, a lot of, you know, and to be honest, I'm not in competition with nobody. I'm just a regular dude living a regular life with his regular family. I'm not trying to be no, you know, celebrity or nothing like that or whatever. If you get a dog from me, if I'm selling them, you get a dog from me. If not, I'm cool. I'm not gonna be saying like, hey, you know, you shouldn't get the dog from that one because he's mislabeling. You shouldn't get this from that one because he's like, I'm cool. You see my stuff, you like it, you like it. You don't. But I believe that we need to come together. You know what I'm saying? As people, we need to come together. If you have a Stafford Terrier, you know what I'm saying, bull terrier, whatever, the same DNA these dogs have, you know, they don't know. They're not going to say it's a bully. They're not going to say, you know, that's a pit bull, or they're not going to say that's like, they just, everything's a pit bull to them. You know, because some people are like, oh, I got an XL bully. And then be like, bully, that's a pit bull. I'm like, no. You know, and then other people get mad, like other dog breeders, and, well, you want to label your dog a pit bull. Does it matter? If you're doing what you're doing right, I'm not labeling it a pit bull. People out there are not educated about it. And I'm not going to sit here every day trying to educate you. It's your job, if you're interested in something too, to educate yourself. But don't come here because you're in competition and you see me doing something and you don't understand I'm not in competition with you. I'm just a regular dude. That's about it. I don't have no beef with nobody. I'm not trying to be like nobody. I just want to push the dog and give it a positive view. And, you know, I have some friends that be like, oh, are you doing some corny stuff? Because they're old school dudes, but it's not. I'm just trying to show that you can have strong dog that's determined, you know, that wants to do something and still have a normal life. Because most people want a dog that doesn't do a lot. You know what I mean? Because even most people like spay dogs. Most people don't know. Most people spay dogs and say, oh, it's to help them. But some people do it to calm them down. Man, I'm not that type of person. I'm not going to cut you and change your chemistry unless I really have to and something's going on. That's my opinion because this is my dog. I've never had to spay no dogs because of how it acts or health-wise. I haven't been in that situation, so I'm not going to judge you. If you have to, yeah. But I have some people who'll be like, oh, man, he's too hyper. I'm going to spay him. And I'm like, what? Don't get the dog. Don't get the dog. I don't know why, but I feel like it's unnatural. But besides the point, back to what I was talking about. We are a team. We carry breeds that nobody understands and they don't want to understand. And at a certain point, if you don't know, the pit bull was accepted in America. It used to be the babysitter of America. It used to be the American dog. You know what I'm saying? All the politicians had them. You know what I'm saying? And it was a good thing. I don't know where things happen, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter if it's a pit, a bully, an XL, or standard, a bull terrier, Stafford Terrier. It doesn't matter. To them, it's a pit bull. To them, it doesn't deserve love. Like right now, Denver just let the people get those dogs. You know what I mean? Get all they didn't say, oh, you can't have bullies or you can't have no, they said you cannot have pit bulls. So I mean, we can fight among ourselves and say, oh, it's this and that. No. When somebody comes to buy a dog from you, they have to be educated to buy it. So if you're mad at me that somebody's calling my dog a pit bull and they didn't educate themselves and I'm telling them to educate themselves, We need to get over it, man. I see a lot of hate. I see a lot of division. But everybody's saying it's for the dogs. No, it's not. It's not for the dogs. I'm starting to see it's not for the dogs, man. Come on, let's come together, man. I learn from all of y'all, and I learn, you know what I mean, from other people. And I make mistakes too. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I've been giving my dogs grapes for years. Years. Nothing's ever happened. Every dog I've had, I just give whatever. Nothing's ever happened. This is my experience. You know what I mean? But everybody else, when they see me here, they're like, hey, man, why are you giving your grapes? I didn't bitch. I didn't, fight them. I just said, okay, I'm going to stop. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you need to understand that's worked for me. Does it make it right or wrong? No, but it worked for me. This is why when I tell you about my dogs, the things I do, I tell you, do what works for you by learning your dogs. It's just like kids. You raise kids, different kids are raised different, and I got to do different things to motivate two different kids, like my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to do something different for my daughter to get her going. I got to do something for my son. So it's the same with these dogs. You can never come tell me about my dog and you've never met him. You've never, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing here that I've noticed. Most people will be like, oh, I'm a dog expert, or I'm this and that. You know what I mean? Yeah, there are some things that you can say, oh, those are consistent and you're right. But some other things is just like, come on, man. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Zulunation, man. Let's come together, man. It's all love.